Fantasy. 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 Fantasy.
This is Atlanta's new underground station.
How you doing? This is Wood Harris.
Hi, this is Jasmine Guy.
What's going on in Atlanta? This is Clifton Powell.
Hey guys, it's Niecy Nash from TV Land's The Stone Man.
This is Cat Williams.
Check this out. This is your boy RL from NEXT.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lunel.
What's up, ATL? It's your girl, Ken of Atlantic Records.
Hi, I'm Taraji P. Henson.
WBS 87 Atlanta, WAEN FM Atlanta, WBHH, and on iHeartRadio, the home of the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, and the Wake Up Ladies. Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at BeatBreakRadioFM.com. Download the TuneIn app to hear Beat Break 87 FM on your mobile device and listen to the Beat Break Morning Show. Weekday mornings only on Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
What's up, ATL? Make sure that you check out the D Here Radio Show on Beat Break 87 and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. powered by BlackVibes.com. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela.
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation? It's when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate, and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Wake up weekday mornings to the Beat Break Morning Show and nod your head in bed to the 360 Mix Show. Weeknights on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.
Who is she? Who is this woman I keep hearing about? Who is she?
Who is she? The radio diva herself.
Oh my God, are you talking about?
That can't be her. Yes, it is, girl.
Wait a minute, that is her. Yeah, that is her.
Oh my God.
It's D-Hill, everybody.
I have to call somebody. This is amazing.
I still can't believe it's her. Can I get your autograph?
You ain't making me miss her show. Ain't nobody got time for that. D-Hill Radio Show with your host, D-Hill.
Keep up the good job, man. You guys are doing a great job. I hope you blow up and become syndicated.
Call in at 404-355-8699 or 1-866-923-2860.
This is D-Hill. Clap your hands. With your host, D-Hill.
This is D-Hill.
Clap your hands. With your host, D-Hill.
Now,
hello,
here's
Atlanta.
your host, D-Hill.
Hello, Atlanta. Welcome to the D-Hill Radio Show, coming live to you. I am Miss B, sitting in for the one, the only, D-Hill. I also have with me joining some guests in the studio, and I'll let them introduce themselves. We have a really, really hot show for you tonight. Last night of the year. And we want to talk about some things that you should start doing going into 2018 and some things you should stop doing going into 2018. And all of these things are reflective upon things that have happened in 2017. So first I'm going to allow the guests in the studio to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get straight into business.
How you guys doing tonight? Happy New Year. My name's Sheldon. I'm the new intern here. I'm glad to be here. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Sheldon. How are you?
I'm good. How'd you enjoy your holiday?
I did. I didn't want it to end, so I'm looking to repeat a lot of days like that. Who else we got? I think y'all know, but I'll let him introduce himself.
I mean, ain't nobody guess. This is home for me. It's your boy, Rick Kane.
What's going on, Rick?
Ain't that just kicking? How about yourself, Miss Lady?
I'm good. You looking good in your green?
I mean, you know, just trying to do something better. Figure if I can wear some green, I might get some green.
Okay. Hey, I was like Scrooge over there, but
hey, I've been called that.
Scrooge ain't never looked that good though.
Hey,
what you got?
Hey, sometimes Scrooge have to step his game up. Have to look a little better. Maybe I can do a little better. I can play a little better.
Right.
All right. You ought to be playing better anyway. Come on.
I mean, you know,
should be in your blood. You know how we do.
You know, sometimes you get a little up in age. You start to slow down on certain things a little bit. So sometimes you have to have a little bit more motivation.
Yeah, man, tell me about it. I got it.
You know.
But look though, I was thinking about some stuff, right? So I'm just like, okay, going into the new year, you know, everybody have all these resolutions. So I don't want to do the whole resolution thing. You know, that's traditional because resolutions we never really do them anyway, right? So I want to take a look back at some of the things that I feel has hindered a lot of people. Not myself.
Oh, so you perfect. You exempt from all this, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of exempt.
Perfect 2017, huh?
So, you know, I kind of want to look back at some of the things that I feel that has hindered a lot of people, you know, and just kind of do a top 5 of things that we should stop doing and things that we should start doing. How that sound? Y'all good with that?
Let's do it. Let's run it. What
Okay,
what you
so let me tell you. One of the things that I hate is when I get messages or phone calls from somebody saying why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that. I sent you a text message and yada, 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 yada. Okay, well, your 911 is not my 911.
Right.
So, number 5 of the things that we should stop doing, I think, stop thinking that your important issues are supposed to be important to everybody else.
Right.
Am I wrong to feel that way?
Yeah, nay.
What? Come on now. Bring it.
Let me tell you. Yes. No, you're not, for the simple fact of your issue is not my issue.
Right.
Let me tell you why I got a little bit of the other side of that is. If you ask me and I tell you from the bottom of my heart, I need you to feel something about that.
I mean, if I'm bringing it to you anyway, you know what I'm saying? You already if you're in my circle already, I already feel some kind of way about you. So if I'm feeling some kind of way about you, then I'm going to feel some kind of way, you know, about your issues also. You know, but you shouldn't have issues every day, though.
Oh, nah. If you got issues every day, then
you're
probably the issue.
Yeah.
We need to correct you and not all the issues. And maybe the issues will go away if we fix you.
Sheldon, what you think?
I think everybody has their own life to live. So somebody shouldn't feel bad for somebody else because they didn't do what that person wanted to do. They have their own life to live. They have their own things they need to do. So the other person that's getting upset or having an issue with you not feeling the same way about the situation like they feel about it, that's their problem, not yours. You have a life to live. You have something to accomplish yourself.
Right. But I just think that if, you know, somebody... Girl, I text you and you didn't answer and my tire was flat and I couldn't get to work. I'm already at work. You didn't see them tires was bald when you got in the car this morning?
Like,
so you texting me 911 that you had a flat tire. What am I supposed to do?
right, you're not Superman.
What am I supposed to do, Rick?
I mean, you supposed to, as my friend, get up and leave the comfort of what you're doing.
I'll call AAA for
to
you.
come and but you got to be there.
I will give you
But
$40 on the bill.
You got to be there, but I'd rather you be there and
I'll
suffer.
call somebody I know to come help you.
To suffer out here with me when I seen this here her flat.
I'll make some phone calls for you.
See, you're not feeling it like I'm feeling it, because if you was right here with me when I got up and I walked outside and it's time for flat.
Did you do this to him in the
I'm just
past?
saying.
We're going to agree to disagree on that one, because you got a flat tire. You knew about that tire before it got flat.
I was
That
just
tire
hoping and
didn't
praying. I was just hoping and praying that when I came out, it just have a little bit of air left in it, so I can ride it to the station in the morning. I was sure hoping.
Well, you're going to need to hope a little harder. I'm going to call AAA for you, and we're going to call it a day. We'll get it changed, but I ain't coming over there. If you ain't stuck on the side of the highway, I ain't budging. I'll call you. So that kind of goes into, the next one of what we should stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me to think that my issues are your issues, that kind of makes people run behind folk a little bit, right? So my number 4 is stop running behind folks.
Yeah, you have to have your own independence, your own responsibilities, and not follow behind somebody else. Be your own person.
Yeah, I get that. Go ahead, Rick. I see it on your face. Go ahead.
I mean, it's okay to have a mentor.
True.
But don't adopt their personality. Be your own you. Be your own individual. Take some of what they're giving you and try to apply. Take some of the good things they may be doing and see where you can apply them into your everyday.
Man, can you say that again, please?
Take some of the good things that they're doing and see if you can apply it into your everyday, but make it your own. Be your own self.
Hello, Atlanta. I know you all hear this. And I know some of you are feeling it. But in case you are not feeling it, or if you are, we would love to hear from you and get your thoughts. Give us a call at 404-355-8699 in the metropolitan Atlanta area. And if you're outside, and for our national callers, give us a call at 1-866-923-2860. Again, those numbers are 404-355-8699 and 1-866-923-2860. So here's my thing. You want somebody to embrace who you are, or maybe you're trying to become somebody that you're really not ready to be. So you running after this one and you running after that one. Why you running after love? Why you running after folk for them to love you, or to even groom you, or build you, or direct you? You have to be you have to have your own, be your own. And I think, Rick, it's a lot of codependency situations that's going on. Like, I'm so codependent. My existence is codependent on how you react to me.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so,
that's
man, stop. Y'all
that
doing
is so
too
true.
much.
That's true, but I think one of those on there is something to do with social media.
Yeah.
So this is going to my what I'm saying now is going to tie into that. This whole social media thing with the likes and dislikes, folks. A lot of people are codependent on that. They posting things for likes to get approval for their lives, to get approval for themselves, get approval for whatever they doing. And a lot of people have problems when they don't get these likes or get these comments or get your approval.
Okay, you got a spoon? Where's the baby jar of self-confidence? Go on and start feeding them. Go on, start feeding them.
I mean, and it's as much as what you're saying is real, but on the flip side of that, it's a lot of people that live their life like that.
But when you find these folk that are running behind these people, don't you kind of see them trying to, like, please this one
trying
and
to
please
please the
that
other
one.
person.
Yeah, I think y'all need to stop that too. Stop trying to please everybody. Everybody is not going to like you. I promise you. Everybody is not going to like you. And it is impossible to please everybody. Y'all doing too much. Stop.
Be the best you, and people will like you because of that.
If you ain't got no haters in your life, you're doing something absolutely wrong.
Absolutely wrong, man. I'm gonna tell you, hate on me. Jill Scott said it better. Hate on me.
In fact, I don't have enough haters.
Let me tell you, I go to work and I will put on a pair of shoes just so that somebody can talk, because I know that they've never seen those shoes before, right? So then, people get to talking. So guess what? I'm going to the bathroom a little bit more often. I'm going to the coffee room, to the executive break room a little bit more often. And every time I walk by, that walk get a little bit more stank every time I walk by.
You just think your ass cute. You just thinking your ass cute that day.
I am very cute. Would you not agree, Sheldon? Am I cute?
You're gorgeous.
Ha! Rick.
Man, don't look here, dog.
Look at me,
Look
Rick.
here,
Look
dog.
at my eyes.
Look
Look
here,
at my
dog.
eyes. Am I Rick?
See, don't feed to that, dog. Walk around,
But
she gonna
you
be in
know
there with
what?
you just walking and strutting back and forth. You see that thing. Man, don't feed
But
into
you know
that,
what?
dog.
I am not trying to please everybody, though. Just a few. Just a few. Those few would be my VP. Yeah. My company CEO. That's who I'm trying to please, So running after folk and trying to live their life or live vicariously through them so that I can subconsciously build a personality or life for myself, pleasing everybody, it ain't gonna work. It just doesn't work for me.
And in the end, fake. Nobody likes a fake. And nobody likes nobody that's walking behind them all day, kissing their tail. Don't nobody care about that.
So I'm glad you mentioned that word fake. So give me your take on pretentious folk. The difference between fake folk and just pretentious folk.
I don't like fake at all. And the truth comes out of fake.
Right.
I don't care how
After a
you try to do
certain
it.
period of
After a
time,
certain-
because
yeah.
you can't keep it up.
If they good, they can hold. They can hold it for
Just
a
for
minute.
the first quarter.
Yeah, they can hold it for the first minute. But after
That's
that,
it.
it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
The truth always gonna come out.
I think it unravels completely by halftime.
Oh yes.
Because you forget things, and then you go up, and then mess up and tell one story when you had another story lined up. So it's better just to tell the truth all the time.
Yeah.
Stay real.
So, okay, Rick, we got time for one more, or are we gonna go ahead and cut into a break? Because we got some more stuff to talk about. This stuff is just beginning.
We're going to get that last one off, and then we'll go into that break.
Okay, cool. So, out the things that we've already discussed, we need to stop. We need to stop thinking that your important issues are supposed to be important or are important to everybody else, because they're not. We need to stop running behind folk because they mean you no good, and you need to have a sense of direction of your own, and then stop trying to please everybody, because it's just damn impossible to do. It's not going to happen. So when you're trying to please everybody, what do we tend to see ourselves doing? We going in the direction with the wind, right? So we're going to tend to become or exhibit the behaviors of those that we're following and trying to please, right?
Right. In another way, that's fake.
That number one thing is what? Did you see Sheila, girl? That stuff she had on?
Gossiping.
Exactly, gossiping. People, we need to stop gossiping. What is it doing? It's not adding any more dollars to your paycheck. It's not putting any more food on your table. It's not paying your rent and or mortgage in advance. What is it doing for you? It kind of goes back into that being fake, because at the end of the day, gossiping is not even your forte, but because you are running behind somebody, you trying to impress somebody, then you're running behind them. And when you're running behind them, you feel connected to them, so you think that your important issues are supposed to be their important issues.
Or your person, well, the whole gossiping thing, if that is your life, you're probably a person that loves drama, that life is filled with drama, and you're not important to nobody if you ain't involved in drama.
Mm-hmm. Could you? Yeah. Ain't no way around that one. I tried to skate around it. Ain't no way around it. Stop gossiping. Everybody else's business ain't your business.
Gossiping is only negativity.
Find something to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Find your own something to do.
I'm okay. I don't want to get nobody in trouble, so I'm going to kind of be good on that one.
And like Mike say, 9 times out of 10, you need to start by looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
At self.
Mm-hmm.
That mirror will get you in trouble.
Every time.
But you know what? I like the mirror.
You learn something every time.
I do. I'm going to tell you. Tonight, right, earlier today I was getting dressed, right? So I was looking in the mirror. And I kind of looked in the mirror and I was like, ooh, I think my butt getting big.
We ain't talking about the vanity side of the mirror. That's not the side of the mirror Mike was talking about.
So I like for me, I like the mirror. Sometimes I don't. It's very harsh reality. But because I have a life and because I'm not so codependent on things and I don't run behind folk, I kind of like it. It works for me. So we're going to go ahead on and ease into a music break right now. But when we come back, guys, it gets better. It gets better, the conversation. Join us.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate, and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Previously on the Beat Break Show.
We got the homie AJ in the building. AJ, I can see you being in the White House.
I mean, I would love to. Yeah, I didn't want to say myself, but yeah, I would love to go to the White House and sit down.
Let me set the stage out. I'm gonna pretend I'm President Obama and you AJ. All right?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Wait for it. Okay. AJ.
Yeah.
So what does AJ stand for? Apple Jacks? Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's AXJ, AJ. It's what all my friends and family call me. Go by AJ. So and the X is in there. It's just for leaving my own mark while I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Would you listen to my project, The Lightbulb Moment? Would you take it a listen?
I got my copy right here.
You got your copy?
Yeah, me and Michelle were gonna bump to it.
Please do, and I want you to hit me up and tell me what you like too about that.
Definitely.
The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com. When it comes to hip hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.
Hey, Mike bring it out of all of us.
Man.
Mike had you in him.
That's a Shimon.
Mike get it out.
Did you see that left hand going right?
Oh, man. Yes, sir. On your toes. I'm back here on my toes and everything.
Man, you should have seen Sheldon over here moonwalking.
Hey, Mike, bring it out you, boy.
Man, that was good. That was real needed, Rick. Appreciate that. You know, just listen to that song. You know, looking at the man in the mirror. I make jokes about it, but I think that is the needed reality that we all need. You know, and just kind of look at ourselves and say, hey, I really need to stop doing all this stuff because it's not contributing to you going to the next level. It's not contributing to additional wealth, additional knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge, then you're not going to have the power.
Right.
So a lot of all these things we need to stop doing. But the one thing that we really need to stop doing, Rick.
What's that, babe?
Stop telling folks your dang on business. Everybody who has a listening ear, they're not for you.
But how they going to feel sorry for me if I don't tell them?
Because you have to look at the man in the mirror. Stop feeling sorry for your daggone self.
But that's not how you get the likes and the comments. And if I don't tell them what's going on, if I'm not texting and tweeting and twerking and Snapchatting.
The only time you should be doing that is if you're getting paid to do it, though.
I mean, but I am getting paid in likes.
Let me tell you something.
And comments and. If you don't know my business, how you gonna?
Let me tell you something. You already know me, right? Right? You already know me, right? Indeed. Okay, so we all go out on an outing, and we meet Samantha. Samantha is not married to her dude, but Samantha feels the need to just tell us, oh, he's this, and he does it like that, and he's whoop-de-whoop, bam, bam. And then Samantha starts telling us that they got problems. Somebody in that group, I promise you, because Samantha has told all her business, now Samantha has to deal with a cheating man. Not even that. Rick comes in and tells all the aspiring producers about opportunities and connects that he just got. And Rick comes in and he just says everything. He tells us everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rick get a phone call one day and say, you know what, my man, I think I'm going to wait on this. We're going to fall back. I think I'm going to go this route. Somebody Rick has told his business to has now reached out to the Connect.
And got in the way.
With a lot less, for a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
And now Rick is out of an opportunity. Why? Because Rick telling folk his in business. Stop telling folk your business, especially if these are people that are not helping you get to the next level. You have that confidant. You have that good Judy. You have that big brother you go to.
Mm-hmm.
But stop telling folk your business. Come on now, y'all getting quiet on me. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Come on.
It's true.
Oh yeah, you 100% true on that. I mean, you can't tell everybody everything. I'm a firm believer in that.
Right.
You can't because everybody is not for you.
Right.
Right.
Everybody don't have your best interest at heart.
Man, that was a sermon right there.
So you got to know who you can talk to and who. I mean, even sometimes the people that you know you can talk to, it still ain't for them.
Right.
Some things you need to keep for yourself and talk to the mirror.
Right.
And the first instance that you was speaking upon with Sally talking to Rebecca, and I have had a real live situation with that.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Well, girl, I got a phone call like the blue. Hey Rick, what you doing? Oh, I'm just kicking it. Who is this? Oh, this is so and so's friend. Why are you calling me? Well, you know me and so and so ain't friends no more, and so and so told me that.
Bam. There it is.
And I would like to look at Sean. I'm gonna holler at you later.
Oh wow.
Why did you do that?
It's just certain things you can't cross certain lines. I decided I didn't play with the idea for a tick, but it's certain lines you just can't cross. And somebody got to be grown in the situation.
That's true.
Somebody got to be grown in the situation.
Yeah. You are definitely right about that. Somebody have to be grown in the situation. I think if that situation presented itself to me, I don't think I would have been grown.
What would have happened?
What would have happened?
Yeah.
You know.
So it would have went a lot differently, huh?
It would have went a lot differently. Because you know what? I'm me and I can do that. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what? Stop telling your business. Let me tell you, when I meet a guy, and I wonder why every time I meet a guy, a good prospect, and then I open my mouth and tell somebody, oh, I met this guy, and yada, 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 it never falls through.
I've realized that with a lot of things. Like
you know
I'll
what?
say,
I just need to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
So this is not for y'all. I think this is one of the defects. Just one.
That's the only one that was kind of sort of not really for you.
Yeah, almost kind of sort of, but not
really.
Yeah. Keep my man. When I mention something that's going on, and I begin to tell this person, I tell that person, and these are all people that are in my corner, my supporters. You know, definitely. Somehow or another, stuff just kind of whack. I'm like,
but I get it, cause you know sometimes you be feeling so good about it. You can't all the time just hold it in.
Yeah.
You can't all the time hold it in. Sometimes you gotta let it go. You gotta tell somebody.
Sometimes you just have to. I mean, that goes back to what you're saying. You know, even if these are the people that are sure enough there for you, that will walk on hot coals and broken glass for you, you have to sometimes just shut up. You know, sit back and just let things happen. And then start speaking on things as they happen.
You know that's the hardest thing in life to do, is sit back and let things happen.
It is.
Organically let things manifest.
It's the most rewarding, though.
It is, and you are correct. Probably the best relationships I have ever had in life were organic. Were organically done. But those are probably because you want to, those be the ones where you want to push it through, but something, and I think time did it for me one time. I just didn't have the time to push it through, so it had to organically manifest, and it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, bottom line is, shut the hell up.
Shut your damn mouth.
Just shut up. Stop telling folk your business, because what is meant for you is not meant for everybody else. And there's a hater somewhere in the crowd, and they're going to pick up on your opportunity. They're going to pick up on your defect. They're going to pick up on your possibility. And now you're going to be out there running because you can't keep your mouth shut.
Right. One thing myself, for 2018, I'm going to keep my goals quiet. I'm going to crush them, and I'm going to let my accomplishments shine instead of telling everybody.
Yeah.
That's because every time I tell somebody something, it never goes the way it needs to go. So I'm going to stay quiet, I'm going to crush it, and I'll let my glow shine.
You know what the universe is telling you, right?
What is
Tell
that?
you shut up.
Yeah, actually it is.
Shut up, shout.
So, Atlanta, that's our top 5 of the things that you need to stop doing. And I can assure you that if you stop doing these things, you will find yourself, if not one step, 3, 4, 5 steps, maybe a whole football field further along than where you are now. You know, at the end of the show, we're going to run down these things again that you need to stop doing so that you can have a more prosperous future coming into 2018 and beyond. Now, we want to get into the things that we need to start doing. You know, devil's advocate. You know, Rick, I'm kind of go out on this one for the ladies. I'm talking to the ladies. Ladies. It's not on the list, but it's on here unofficially. Start washing your feet. I mean, like sandals and barefoot. Ladies, just start washing your feet.
Men don't like dirty feet.
That excuse, I just got the tub, then putting that on this morning. No, that ain't freshwater ash. That's no. Ladies, wash your feet. Okay, back to the script. Don't talk about me. Don't judge me. But when we talk about telling folk our business, knowing when to say something, when not to say something, I think one of the things that we all need to start doing is communicating effectively. That's the operative word there, effectively. Rick, can you feel me on that one?
Oh, yeah, because I was a great you understood communicator. What do I mean by that?
What the hell do you mean?
Growing up in English, there was a principle called the vowels A-E-I-O-U.
Yes.
And sometimes Y.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's be the you understood. If you know that was one of the principles, that you understood. Mm-hmm. So I tell you something in my own way, and I tell you something, and I understand it completely, and I walk off. Like you understood what I just said, and then nothing happens correctly after that because you didn't understand, and I probably didn't give you the chance to ask because I know you just thinking I should ask. You should ask if you don't understand what I'm saying.
Right.
But I had to realize that I had to be more effective in my communicating because and I had a teacher in college tell me before I flunked out. That hey dog, you can't write like you talk. I understand what you mean when you was writing this paper, but I don't understand nothing about what you're saying. You can't write like you talk. So you have to understand that your audience, when you communicate, you have to understand who you're talking to. And you have to, if you're trying to explain something to somebody to do something, you have to explain it to them on their level effectively so that things can get carried out properly.
Sheldon, I want you to chime in because I got some questions for Rick.
Asking questions to understand, for one. If you don't understand, ask. It doesn't matter if the person's walking away, you need to ask, because if you try to go assume what you thought they said, you end up making yourself look like a fool when you didn't do it correctly. That's one thing. Another thing with communication, relationships. Relationships are very important with communication. Your partner must know what you're talking about at all times, or else there's going to be a junction at some point, because one person doesn't understand one thing and the other person thought you understood the other thing,
right.
And it ends up being conflict. So if you just talk about it and if you communicate properly, that issue won't come into play.
Now, Rick.
Yeah.
You said that you should communicate more effectively. Now, I'm going to put myself in your shoes. Because I said something and then I walked away. So at this point, I am being a bit presumptuous, okay? Because I'm thinking that you understand, right? And even in the midst of me being presumptuous, how is it that I'm not communicating effectively if you don't tell me that you understand? Why is that on me? Because to me, I said what I meant, and I meant what I said, and what I said was clear to me.
Exactly. See, me, and I'm talking about me. I have a tendency to be a little bit overbearing, a little bit intimidating.
Nah, really?
I know some. I know you don't see it. I know it's hard for you to fathom, but I have the tendency to be that. And when I'm in that improper way of communicating behind the intimidation and everything, don't nobody want to ask me that. Like I said, you have to know your audience. It's one of those things where you have to know your audience.
So you know people are intimidated by you.
I've been told that.
But you don't know that they're intimidated by you.
I've been told that.
But you don't know. In the moment, you don't know that they're intimidated by you, right?
A lot of times at that moment, I don't give a damn. And that's the problem. I don't give a damn whether they're intimidated or not.
You need to be more mindful to the other person.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yes.
Understood.
Goes back to being fake. If someone is giving you this false perception of this false identity of who they are, right? How can you be mindful to something that's not even real on the surface? My question. Yeah, 500 for Alex. I'm listening.
I mean, that's impossible.
Exactly.
If
how is it you? So how is it you, though?
That's impossible if you're dealing with fake. If you're dealing with fake, that's
so
impossible.
Why would you stand in the shoes of, I need to communicate more effectively?
Because I know I do. I know me. We just played the song. It's the mirror thing.
It's the man in the mirror.
Yeah. And
okay,
I know
but going back to what Sheldon said, if you being mindful of who you're dealing with, if who you're dealing with is not even real from the jump, how is it that you are supposed to cater to somebody that you don't even know exists?
It's not about catering. I don't think
okay, being mindful. And I'm using that word loosely.
Yeah.
You know, for the listeners who may think that I may use my words in the I'm using that word loosely, okay? So if I don't know, if I'm following what Sheldon is telling me, I'm being mindful of Rick and how Rick thinks, but who Rick has presented himself to be is not who he really is. How is it that I'm wrong?
Then that goes into play with more communication to the fake person, because they're not communicating on how they actually feel or how they actually understand. But the other person want to know that because that fake person isn't communicating properly. They're telling a lie.
So the other person. So how is it that if I'm standing in Rick's shoes, how is it that I'm the one to blame? Or even if I didn't give a doggone, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if I don't care, this still has nothing to do with me being mindful of somebody who really isn't what they say they are or who they say they are.
I see what you're saying.
So me communicating effectively does not fall on me because I'm doing it.
Right.
The truth gonna always come out. I have to play my part.
Okay.
You always got to play your part. You can only do your part in any situation.
Right.
So if I am being as mindful as I can be with my part of the communication, if they are fake, eventually it's going to come out.
Okay, so let's take this. Let's stay on this communicating thing. Do you agree that we need to communicate with ourselves
Yes.
more
Yes.
effectively?
I completely agree with that.
So how do we do that, Rick? How do we do that?
The man in the mirror. You got to talk to yourself.
No, Rick, come on. This is number 4. How do we do that? We kind of going in. If we're communicating with ourselves effectively or even more, how do we begin? How do we do that to ensure that we stay on track?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of my biggest issues in the world, one of my number one things that I need to start doing, writing things down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just writing things down.
Atlanta, we need to start writing things down.
And with the things that you put around the beginning. Okay, never mind.
Uh-oh.
Writing them down literally with a pen to the paper,
Yes.
and not just hitting your memo in your cell phone to jot it down in memo.
Right.
Because when you take that pen to paper, it's something more effective about seeing yourself do it. And I was just told this. Somebody just told me that I'm not. This is not
And
coming from me.
journaling,
Yeah.
writing down, to stay on point, is definitely key. But I think another aspect to that is journaling, because you're able, like you said, Rick, you're able to see yourself at that moment. Where was I? If you want to go back a month from now or go back a week from now and you just kind of take a look to see, hey, where was Miss B? This is where she was, and this is what was going on. And I think also with the journaling, you're able to communicate to yourself saying, hey, I don't need to be in this place. This is what I need to do going forward. Or these are some of the things that I need to do because I'm behind schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you've started out with a plan. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I think you are.
Absolutely.
Myself personally, I had to start writing things down because, as a teenager, I was a very troubled teenager, to be honest. I was one of those young men that thought expressing yourself wasn't the right thing to do. So I bottled everything. And growing into my 20s, that followed behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I start writing things down. I'm getting things. I'm retaining my issues. I'm reflecting on my issues instead of bottling it and just keeping it in my head. I write it down. When I write it down, it gets off. It's like a weight off my chest, basically. And I grow from that.
Yeah, and that can actually serve as therapy. It serves as therapy. I know for me, I've been writing since the age of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it has helped me quite a bit with a lot of things. It definitely helps me to express myself a lot more than I probably would be doing had I not begun writing.
I wonder is that the reason why I stopped writing? Because I used to write. I actually used to write poetry at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of my poetry writing was done based off of a relationship that I was in.
Your emotions.
And when that relationship ceased, my writing ceased.
It could be.
And I wonder if I'm scared to write.
Yeah, you need to heal from that. That's what it is.
It's all based off me and this whole fear of mine with that other word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So that could very well be it. And next month we're going to do a 2-part series on mental issues and mental health and stability in the Black community.
Needed.
I have the panel coming on, and that'll be a great question to ask them. You know what? I'm going to write that down for you because I know you're not going to do it.
Ask you for your help.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
Know
what you going to do? I'm going to do it anyway.
But
now what?
I'm just saying, I'm going to buy this journal that I've been buying for the last month.
I already bought it. I already got it because I knew, he's been saying for a whole year, I'm going to buy a journal. Buy me a journal. What? Last of the year is tomorrow. And you hear what he just said, right?
Where you journal at, bro?
And like I say, when she just made that statement, I just connected that. And that's that whole fear of thing that I deal with.
Yeah. But, writing things down is a very, very effective way. The grammar may not be correct, or there may be missing pieces and no-named characters into what we write, but it is a way for us to stay on point. It's a way for us to relieve some mental and emotional pressures.
And it holds you accountable.
It does hold you accountable, and it is definitely a true fire way of communing with ourselves effectively, with ourselves. Going to a break, Rick? No.
No, man, this thing too far to keep talking, and we ain't got much time, so we got to go on and stay into it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So that goes into our third thing of what we need to start doing. We need to start reading more, because you know what? If we write more,
I want you to say I want you to say it how you wrote it down originally.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
I'm transitioning into that.
Yeah.
If we write things down more and then we reflect back on what we've written, it's guaranteed that we're going to read more, right?
True.
But our reading should be we should have a greater territory of reading, you know what I mean, than just what we've written. So the one thing that we need to start doing, which is number 3, is let's read more than just the sales paper. Let's pick up a book and read the book from beginning to end. You picking up a sales paper. One, you're depleting your funds and you're making somebody else richer. Then you don't have the knowledge that you need to get to the next level or to make it to the next step. You don't have the information that you need in order to have what it is that you're supposed to have, because you're missing out. You're missing all the vital information. I heard this one thing, and I believe it to be very true, is that, people put things in books to keep other folk from acquiring that knowledge.
Okay, I'm gonna say it how I would say it.
Read.
I'm gonna say it how I would say it. They say the white man put things in books because he knew the black folk weren't gonna read it. That's how they hid information.
I believe that to be true.
That's very interesting.
To be true. Because a lot of things, even when I talk to a lot of people, and they say, "Oh, I didn't know that," and my thing is, being a pre-law student is, it's in the Constitution. How many people? Didn't just ask you two, and not to put you guys on the spot, but which one of you guys have read the Constitution in its entirety?
Since it was a class?
No.
High school?
Just read the Constitution.
No. Since it was a class in high school? Not since.
Exactly. So a lot of our civil liberties and civil rights are being violated on a daily basis, but unless you have read the Constitution, you wouldn't know that. And then I'm bringing that to the attention of a lot of people, and the first thing they say, I didn't know that. It's in the Constitution, and that's just one example. So if we read something other than a daggone sales paper, you know what I mean? Do you know how much greater we will be as a people, how further along we will be? Because now we have the knowledge. And then we can tell these people that violate us every day what you can and cannot do. And not only is it not just word of mouth, but we can show that. We can go into a court of law and say, you have to honor this because this is what you're bound to. And we don't do that.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. And we give that up when we don't read.
True.
Simply.
Stop reading papers and tweets, social media things as well. Read a book.
How many of you guys meditate?
I do.
You do?
I do.
I don't. Guilty. I don't.
I'm trying. That's one of my things that I'm, for the new year, want to learn how to meditate.
Yeah. It's something that you're going to stop. It's not a resolution, but it's something that you're going to start doing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I don't do resolutions.
See, I knew I liked you.
I don't do that.
Why is meditating important, Sheldon?
Meditating is important to me because, for one, I grow. Same thing with writing things down. I reflect on myself. One thing that my girlfriend told me was take 10 minutes out of your day to meditate, to reflect on yourself, to think about, not even just think about what you have going on in your life.
Right.
Just take the time, take 10 minutes out of your day, breathe. Just breathe, relax, and everything will be fine. And it has, believe me, it has. Like, I sit home. I don't do it every day, but I sit home some days, 10 minutes in silence. And it's very, I don't know the word, how to say it. It's very accomplishing. Peace. It's
stillness.
A weight off of your chest.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever, too. It's something that I don't do unless I'm going to yoga. And that should be more than once a week. But when I find myself in that class, it's very, very peaceful. It's tranquil, to say the least, you know. And even though we're in like a studio session, like in the gym, it's still with so much chaos going around, you're able to block out everything, and then you're able to focus, and a lot of things come to remembrance. So that's one thing that I am committed to doing more. And I always thought that, you know, when you meditate, it had to be at least 30 minutes to an hour. I never knew that it could be as little as 10 minutes. And that's just my ignorance, because guess what? I didn't read.
Well, for me, honestly,
I
I honestly don't know how long it's supposed to be, but 10 minutes for me is perfect. I get what I need done. And as well, I just want to add this in as well. I don't think that meditating has to be just sitting down in silence. You can draw, you can paint, you can do something you're passionate about, and just let your mind flow, let your mind run and grow from there. It doesn't have to be silence. You can paint, you can dance, do what you love to do, and reflect. That's all I have. That's all I have. Just reflect, and you'll enjoy it.
Reflecting. I'm glad you said that.
See, I need to start, and my goal is to start doing it before I go to bed, because I need to bring my mind, my body, my life into a stillness so I can rest at night.
Yes.
Now, I have a question for you real quick. When you talk about getting everything on one accord and getting your mind, body, and soul right, how much, I wonder if we were meditating, you know, as much as we need to, how much of that would contribute to us living a healthier lifestyle?
I think it would contribute tremendously, along with our basically flip that into the number one thing of living healthy. I think it would contribute tremendously, because if you're eating right, thinking right, trying to say the right things, communicating right, the only thing that can come back to you is goodness and right.
And that's it. And see, they all kind of fall in place one after another. All of them is codependent on the other, you know. So I'm committed definitely to doing all of these things.
Absolutely.
That, you know, we talked about stopping, and the things that we talked about starting. I'm definitely committed to doing that. So I'm looking forward to a more prosperous, you know, 2018 and beyond. You know, so Atlanta, we enjoyed you. I want to run down the list that we have. We throughout the year, speaking for the one, the only D Hill, as well as everyone else here in the studio, we've enjoyed your input. We've enjoyed your time and your energies. But let's commit to being a better us in the days to come, 2018 and beyond. So I'm going to run down of the 5 things that we need to stop doing. We need to stop thinking that our important issues are supposed to be everyone else's important issues, because they're not. We need to stop running behind folks because they really don't care about us in the end. We need to stop trying to please everybody. Bottom line is we can't. We need to stop gossiping. It serves no purpose. We need to stop telling folks our business. Our business ain't their business. And if we really had business and find something else to do, then we wouldn't have time to run to folk telling them what is for us, because it really isn't for them. What we need to start doing, number 5, is communicating effectively. You know, be clear, be concise, be persistent, be consistent with your delivery. We need to write things down, begin to journal. You know, it helps us to communicate with ourselves more effectively. We need to start reading more than just a sales paper. We gain a plethora of knowledge, and we all know that knowledge is power. Let's not continue to allow people to strip the power that was meant for us to have. It is ours. Let's take it back. Read. Pick up a book. We need to start meditating. You know, let's reflect on what didn't happen and why it didn't happen, and then let's start focusing on the things that we can do to make sure that it does happen. Because if it's for us, it is for us. And if we begin to meditate, then we can put all other things in perspective and live a more healthier life. Let's eat better. Let's live better. Let's love better. Coming to you live from the D Hill Radio Show. Happy New Year to each and every one of you.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.